Bienvenue à tous. ERATUS NDUEH, good evening.
Good evening, RAISSA MOKO. Good evening, humble listeners. The headlines.
14 août 2008, 14 août 2023. Cela fait 15 ans exactement que le Cameroun et le Nigeria sortaient d'une période trouble de leur relation. Ceci après l'accord de Greentree que la presqu'île de Bakassi est rétrocédée au Cameroun. Un tour dans l'histoire entre Abuja et Yaoundé dans ce journal.
Youth have been urged to shun hate speech, promote peace and promotion of the environment. The call was made by the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Mununa Foto in Yaoundé. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6 p.m. Bilingual Newscast.
Royal Soir, première partie. RAISSA MOKO.
Ouvre avec la religion, l'Église catholique romaine se prépare à commémorer ce 15 août l'élévation de la Vierge Marie au ciel. Encore appelée Assomption, la fête de cette année connaît une saveur particulière au Cameroun. C'est que le chef de l'Église catholique, le pape François, a institué que la veillée, le pèlerinage en prélude à cette fête se tienne à Bafoussam dans la région de l'Ouest. Comment comprendre cette mesure papale? Grégoire Ntama.
Par cette action du pape François, il explique que c'est la grande contribution de l'Église catholique romaine dans le concert des actions qui visent à restaurer la paix au Cameroun, notamment dans les régions du sud-ouest et du nord-ouest en crise. Dans la famille de cette Église au Cameroun, on justifie la mesure du chef de l'Église catholique romaine comme étant dans le caractère même universel de cette Église. Abbé Yves-Stéphane Kodo, curé à Yaoundé.
Les situations qui se vivent à travers le monde sont vécues intensément dans le cœur de l'Église et le pape François y accorde un intérêt particulier parce que dans l'Église tous sont frères et puisque le Cameroun est un territoire dans lequel l'Église est fortement représentée.
Cette nuit donc à Bafoussam, il va être question de directement s'adresser à Dieu.
Pour prier afin que celle-ci intercède pour le Cameroun pour que la paix revienne effectivement dans notre pays.
Marie qui monte au ciel demain selon les textes bibliques est un bon appui pour comprendre la portée spirituelle de cette veillée. Yves-Stéphane Kodo.
Les textes bibliques, il nous est rapporté que Marie est le signe de la victoire contre le mal. Or, la guerre que nous vivons au Cameroun est vraiment le signe que nous sommes pourchassés par le démon. Et comme elle a pu vaincre le diable qui la poursuivait au désert, aussi par son intercession, on prie pour qu'elle puisse aider le Cameroun, n'est-ce pas, à vaincre le mal.
Il faut dire que la célébration de l'Assomption concerne l'Église catholique universelle.
Ce 14 août marque le 15e anniversaire de la rétrocession de la presqu'île de Bakassi à l'État du Cameroun. C'est en effet ce jour, en 2008, que l'armée nigériane a quitté la péninsule de Bakassi dans la région du sud-ouest. C'est au terme d'un marathon judiciaire qui a abouti en octobre 2002 à une décision de la Cour internationale de justice de la Haye reconnaissant la souveraineté du Cameroun sur cette partie du territoire riche en pétrole. Mais Annie-Lisette Ambassa, vous dites que les causes de cette affaire sont bien lointaines.
L'historien Simon Soho parle d'une question complexe parlant des causes du conflit de Bakassi car liées à l'ensemble des problèmes dérivés de la conférence de Berlin.
Après la Première Guerre mondiale, l'Allemagne est vaincue et la France fait le partage avec la Grande-Bretagne. Et ce partage, la ligne que trace Emmerich, va jusqu'aux eaux territoriales maritimes. Partage aussi, en réalité, la presqu'île de Bakassi. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a une partie qui est nigériane et il y a une partie qui est camerounaise.
Les problèmes vont donc démarrer sur le terrain entre les populations installées de part et d'autre.
La gestion, on va s'en dire, surtout après les dynamiques de décolonisation et les cultures héritées de la colonisation, l'une anglo-saxonne et l'autre latine, que les populations vont commencer à vouloir faire des choix.
Le Cameroun a parcouru plusieurs étapes afin d'aboutir à ce règlement de la Cour internationale de justice.
Par la guerre avant de passer par la négociation. Quoique le Nigeria a déjà essayé de reprendre l'entièreté, parce qu'il faut même parler de l'entièreté, parce qu'en réalité, une partie de Bakassi est au Nigeria. Le Nigeria a essayé d'occuper l'entièreté de Bakassi, je crois lors de la guerre du Biafra d'abord, et réussi à bien faire. Après, le Cameroun est passé par la diplomatie bilatérale, la diplomatie multilatérale et n'est-ce pas, le recours à la justice internationale.
Toutefois, l'historien Simon Soho ainsi que plusieurs observateurs s'accordent sur le fait que beaucoup reste encore à faire sur le terrain.
Merci Annie-Lisette Tombassa. Le président Paul Biya joue un rôle déterminant dans la résolution du conflit de Bakassi. Les démarches entreprises ont abouti à la rétrocession de la presqu'île au Cameroun. Aujourd'hui, le même chef d'État rencontre des difficultés dans la résolution de la crise dans les régions du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest. Qu'est-ce qui peut expliquer une telle différence? Réponse avec vous, Modeste Bontenkui.
Le président Paul Biya est sorti victorieux dans une bataille juridique à Bakassi. La rétrocession de la presqu'île au Cameroun est le fruit d'une démarche lucide, selon Charlie Kenyé, géostratège.
Le président Paul Biya, fort justement des arguments juridiques qui penchaient en faveur du Cameroun, a jugé utile de porter ce problème au niveau de la Cour internationale de justice. Et cette Cour internationale de justice, la rétrocession de la presse de Bakassi a été donnée au Cameroun sur la base d'un accord de traité qui avait été signé entre la Grande-Bretagne, qui à l'époque contrôlait le Nigeria, et l'Allemagne, qui contrôlait le Cameroun.
Le chef d'État camerounais, selon l'expert, a fait valoir la paix devant la guerre à travers une méthode de résolution de conflits saluée jusqu'aujourd'hui. Difficile de comparer cette affaire à la crise en cours dans les régions du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest.
On ne saurait justement prendre la manière avec laquelle le président Paul Biya a résolu le conflit avec Bakassi et mettre sur une même table que la crise que nous vivons dans les régions du nord-est et du sud-ouest. Quoique les éléments, le contexte et même les revendications ne sont pas les mêmes.
Cette partie du pays s'embrase à ce jour en raison d'un faux départ dans la lecture des débuts de la crise.
Il ne saurait agir de la même façon dans le cas de la crise dans les régions du nord et du sud-ouest. Qu'au départ de cette crise, il y a eu une mauvaise lecture géopolitique parce qu'on l'a simplement lu sur le prisme social et sociétal, oubliant justement les enjeux et les intérêts géopolitiques et géostratégiques qui s'imposaient dans ces régions-là, pour lesquelles aujourd'hui l'État subit en réalité cette mauvaise analyse, cette mauvaise lecture géopolitique de la situation. Mais on ne saurait dire que le président camerounais n'a pas justement géré ce problème comme il a fait Bakassi.
Pour le géostratège Charlie Kenyé, le conflit armé en cours dans ces deux régions n'est pas la preuve d'un chef des armées essoufflé. Il existe des tares à corriger pour aboutir à la fin des coups de feu.
Royal Soir bilingue, il est 18h passé de 9 minutes en politique pour des élections crédibles et apaisées au Cameroun. Elections Cameroun et les autres acteurs du processus électoral sont désormais liés par une plateforme nationale de concertation permanente. L'initiative lancée le 11 août dernier doit s'étendre dans les 10 régions du pays. Mais celle-ci divise déjà les acteurs qui formulent leur plaidoyer. Jean-Marie Anaba.
Dans ce plaidoyer, il y a l'exigence d'une réforme consensuelle du code électoral portée par la plateforme de l'opposition et le groupe de travail de la société civile qui recuse la structuration de cette initiative d'Elections Cameroun. Tomaino Damjoya, président de l'UDC, porte-parole de la plateforme.
L'article 11, alinéa 2 du code est clair. L'administration doit être représentée. Les partis politiques, la justice et la société civile qui est de nature plurielle. On devrait faire attention à se retrouver encore avec les expériences du passé où on avait l'impression que c'était encore l'affaire de tout le gouvernement.
Si l'initiative a connu une forte adhésion, les acteurs du processus électoral veulent un organe indépendant, partie prenante du processus. Professeur Maurice Kamto, président du mouvement pour la renaissance du Cameroun.
Si nous disons pour les prochaines élections, il faudrait que la question de l'accessibilité soit résolue. Nous n'avons pas besoin que l'on passe par l'Assemblée nationale. C'est une résolution qui peut être adoptée dans ce cadre et vous avez le devoir de dire au gouvernement, vous devez prendre toutes les dispositions pour que ceci soit mis en œuvre sur le plan pratique effectivement.
Accroître l'engagement citoyen des jeunes, renforcer la participation des femmes et inclure les couches socialement vulnérables, tels sont les résultats attendus par Elections Cameroun, mais le mécanisme national mis en place devrait faire mieux. Abiba Issa, cadre de l'UPC, et Samuel Bilon, président national du mouvement réformateur.
Nous aurons souhaité par exemple au mouvement réformateur qu'il y ait à l'arrivée une sorte de code de bonne conduite des partis politiques, l'objectif étant de garantir la paix.
Elecam doit écouter le peuple, les partis
partis politiques, la révision du code électoral, la transparence dans les élections, la représentation de tous les partis politiques aux élections, le respect des droits de l'homme.
Après son lancement officiel à Yaoundé, la plateforme nationale de concertation permanente des acteurs du processus électoral devra s'étendre dans les dirigeants du pays.
Sans transition à l'étranger au Niger, le régime militaire se dit capable de surmonter les sanctions prises par la CEDEAO, a assuré ce jour le Premier ministre nommé. Et au même moment, l'Union africaine annonce se réunir en Éthiopie pour discuter de l'évolution de la situation et des efforts pour y remédier. En Tunisie, au large de la Tunisie, 5 morts et 7 disparus dans le naufrage d'un bateau de migrants. C'est le bilan enregistré ce lundi. Le bateau avait embarqué 35 personnes et a chaviré. Peu de temps après son départ, 23 personnes ont été secourues.
La page sportive.
Et dans cette page des sports, on parle du championnat d'Afrique des Nations de volleyball dames que le Cameroun accueille cette semaine. Dans le comité d'organisation, on indique que c'est officiellement mercredi 16 août que les rencontres proprement dites démarrent. Approché par Grégoire Nsama du Dexport de Royal FM, Christian Chapmi, le chef de la cellule de communication de Bello Bordane, le camp qui travaille avec le ministre des Sports et de l'Éducation physique dans cette organisation, fait le point des activités en ce qui concerne cette journée du lundi 14 août. On l'écoute dans Royal Soir Bilingue.
Et ce lundi, c'est la dernière journée des arrivées des délégations sportives, mais aussi des officiels de la Confédération africaine de volleyball et quelques invités de la Fédération internationale de volleyball. Sur le point de vue de l'accueil, vous le voyez déjà, la ville de Yaoundé, qui est la ville haute, est déjà aux couleurs de ce CHAN. Vous avez vu des banderoles un peu partout dans la ville, des enseignes lumineuses. Depuis l'aéroport, à ce jour, en terre camerounaise, 6 délégations.
The second part of the news in the English language with ERATUS NDUEH.
Today, August 14 is remembered in Cameroon as the Bakassi Conflict Resolution Day, a war which opposed the Cameroon forces against the Nigerian separatist fighters over the Bakassi Peninsula in 2006. And speaking with a historian in the name of Kidi Young, our reporter Evans William Jobati revisited some instances that marked history in the Indian Division. His report.
Throwing back at when the Germans, former Cameroon's colonial masters, demarked the boundaries of the Republic of Cameroon, a river was used to connect the boundaries of the territory, as the historian says.
That river was used to separate Bakassi in Cameroon here, and that small area of Cross River. We have that Indian. Let me say this year, the government almost abandoned that area. The Nigerians, especially the Igbos, the Ijos, saw the importance of that place. They could easily catch fishing, then easily go and sell in Nigeria. They came in influx and inhabited there, knowing willfully that it is not their territory. They did not carry out any development.
Mindful that the area was from time immemorial a Cameroonian zone, Kidi Young recounts that the Igbos and other Nigerians practicing business there were only interested in exploiting the resources and fishing facilities.
They knew very well that they one day go. They made all a makeshift building. Everything were temporary. When one of those prominent elites discovered that those guys are using our territory, they even raised their flag. When they raised their flag to colonize that place, rushed back to the government and said, but how can our territory be seized? The Yaoundé government was first of all reluctant. But when they saw the potentials of that place, that is crude oil and that fishing, those Nigerians were gaining much from. Cameroon government entered, said, no, this is our territory.
In addition, the historiographer makes it clear that he had not yet experienced any form of development before the Green Tree Agreement in August 14, 2008.
Bakassi was very far behind, backward in terms of development, in terms of anything. Fortunately, after the Green Tree Accord and Obasanjo and Biya understood themselves like brothers, Obasanjo said, no, it's for true, it is your land. That's why I had to bring down the Nigerian flag and then raise the Cameroonian flag to show that it's our territory here. Before the government then started constructing permanent buildings, carrying out development, making the people to feel Cameroonian.
As such, the peace treaty between Paul Biya from Cameroon and Olusegun Obasanjo from Nigeria, in the presence of Kofi Annan, former UN Secretary General, demonstrated a peaceful and quiet way of resolving an inter-boundary conflict.
And meantime, today marked the 15th anniversary of the peaceful retrocession of the Bakassi Peninsula back to Cameroon, and President Paul Biya will be awarded on honor as a White Man of African Prize. But looking at the great achievement by the president and the difficulties he faced during these days in resolving the Anglophone crisis in the Northwest and Southwest region, what could explain the marginal differences? Our newsroom caught up with a geostrategist who attempts an answer in this excerpt.
The Anglophones are partly responsible for the crisis being unable to be solved because the Anglophone MPs, be them in Parliament, be them in Senate, have not been able to address even the problem in Parliament. Secondly, institutionalized division between the Northwest and the Southwest. That means to obtain anything from the government in the name of Anglophones, the two regions, they have to be under the same voice. But at the beginning, the late mayor of Aboya was a big obstacle, and he's an Anglophone problem. So talking about Mr. Biya being unable to solve the Anglophone crisis, so the two crises don't resemble each other. Cameroon so far has not been able to develop the area the way it was supposed to, because in principle a sum of money was given to carry out developmental projects so that the area have the same rhythm of development with other parts of the country. But unfortunately, the 7 years Anglophone crisis equally has chopped part of the time and has also stopped part of the initiatives. And up to today, I think there have been about 3 or 4 coordinators to manage the Bakassi reconstruction. But so far so good, nothing better has come out. The Bakassi Peninsula remains a very big jewelry to the country, since it is the source of Cameroon oil, and you know oil is one of our major sources of income. For that reason, we continue to keep it with a lot of curious mind.
And Ebebele Samari in the following write-up says President Paul Biya is an irrespectable model in conflict. Hear him.
The choice Cameroon and Nigeria made, with the guidance of the United Nations to amicably settle the border crisis in Bakassi Peninsula, the division of the Southwest region, speaks volumes of the power of reason over violence to all and sundry today. Opting for dialogue and mutual understanding, in fact, the force of argument and not argument of force, as some would have thought, puts the two countries to the limelight of world peace. In effect, the Bakassi Peninsula was an object of heated briquerie between Nigeria and Cameroon. Tempers even flared high, but in all maturity, leaders of the two countries defy all odds and dom the battlefield to settle the matter in court. Today, the peninsula is governed by Cameroon as a result of judgment by the International Court of Justice. The 15th anniversary of the Green Tree Agreement and the 10th anniversary of the application of the Green Tree Agreement, which regulates the ceding of the Bakassi Peninsula to Cameroon, thus come to remind world leaders that no matter how deep a problem is, frank talk in respect of each other can always calm down the storm. President Paul Biya and Olusegun Obasanjo plus late UN Secretary General Kofi Annan used the tongue and the pen to bring solution to deep-rooted problems in which many thought only gun could solve. Their efforts are being rewarded. In 2014, the Pan-African Lawyers Union awarded President Paul Biya the Peaceful Resolution Conflict Award. Today, it is another award that is being given to the Wise Man of Central Africa. That is the Wise Man Award. This is to tell us that no matter the situation, no matter how difficult a problem must be, peace is inevitable in all that we do.
And equally, peace is inevitable. Ebebela Samari in that report. Youth have been urged to shun hate speech, promote peace and promotion of the environment. The call was made by the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Monona Fotso, in Yaoundé over the weekend while chairing the ceremony of celebrate the edition or the 4th edition of the International Youth Day, an event which is unfolded on the theme Green Skill on Youth Toward Sustainable World. The International Youth Day also offers a platform for government, organization and individuals to collaborate and deliberate on strategies for empowering youth, enhancing their access to education and healthcare as well as encourage the individual in decision-making process. Ebebela Samari caught up with a youth development actor who now relates what her organization is doing for youth in Cameroon.
This is Dr. Zonziwo. I am the coach to the Mifali movement, which is an adolescent-led movement. For this year, 2023, the Mifali movement actors have been trained around key thematic areas. One is around key policy instruments that advancing the rights not only of the girl child but also human rights principles. For instance, they've looked around the SDGs, how they can use the SDG as a tool of advocacy, how they can use the two protocol, and how they can use the Beijing Declaration. And the next other thematic that we looked around is the involvement of adolescents in climate smart actions. Like today, you see, we're using plastic to build, gardens and also cultivate vegetable. The idea here is to see how, as adolescents, they can also be active agents in the fight against plastic pollution.
And in a bid to redynamize the election process in Cameroon, Elections Cameroon actors of the civil society as well as other political actors have resolved to work together. The revelation was made over the weekend in Yaoundé during the launching of the National Platform for Permanent Consultation. Present at the event were officials of Elections Cameroon and several political actors, and in line with these, our reporter French interviewed some actors present at the launch of the consultation platform. The appreciations. Her report.
The Permanent Consultation Platform has as aim to bring election stakeholders together in order to ease the electoral process in Cameroon. An initiative Samuel Bilingue of the Reformative Movement Party appreciates, but attests more is still to be done.
It's essential to work really with the political parties, and that's what we need in the reform movement. And at the end of the day, we need a commitment of all political parties and all actors in peace to guarantee peace. For example, I don't know how a local project to organize election in Northwest and Southwest region. It's not impossible now. We need a resolution in this sense.
Just like Samuel Bilingue, Honorable Kupit Adamu of the Cameroon Democratic Union Party lauds the initiative.
We have changed our ideas, our own position, the way we as politicians are looking the political system in our country, and LECAM particularly Council was very happy for that, and we too, we were happy to have this meeting with election. It was a very good moment for us.
The platform is an opportunity for political actors, the civil society and ELECAM to work hand in glove in order to ameliorate elections in Cameroon. Honorable Kupit Adamu once more.
If we are together, that could be very easy to go to convene government, and if government is convened, the law should be modified, and the law should be modified in the sense to make minimum consensus to make sure that when we go for next election, we should be able to make sure that the result will not be contested by anyone. This is our objective, and we are working for that. We are very confident than never after the last Friday meeting.
The Permanent Consultation Platform, according to officials, is to ease the manner in which elections are carried out and also to make more room for democracy and transparency during elections.
Transport workers have expressed mixed feelings following the public holiday declared by the head of state, President Paul Biya, today, following the Assumption Day, which falls on Tuesday, August 15. Looking at the long holiday, with most inhabitants who will be staying at home during this period, what changes have transport workers experienced during this period? Our student journalist Anne Ngua interviewed some of them and now report.
The decree of several public holidays added to the 3-month holidays seems to be a major challenge for transporters. According to Smith Tayong, the added public holiday affects his business as his clients are mostly office workers and students.
We are in the political capital where our business really depends civil servants and students. Now presently we are on a long-term holiday, and giving another holiday again this Monday is really affecting our business. We notice zero students and people going to office. Those people are not outside and cannot really work. Work is down.
More to that, Ngwa Elvis says the added long public holiday impacts his business negatively as most clients are home and the streets are empty.
I can say the public holiday has a negative impact on my business career because during public holiday, children no longer go to school, some workers stay at home, so I have difficulties like in my business. I have difficulties to see customers. Public holiday has a very great impact on my business.
Transporters, however, sees the public holiday as a very challenging one since the business are not moving well on their own path.
And in the same light, our student journalist Brenda Lumto tells us how businessmen experience the market situation in this day of public holiday.
The market atmosphere experienced by many businessmen has been an unusual situation due to the public holiday where most workers has not gone to work. Levis Ndikum expresses how difficult the market is.
As compared to usual, there we witness at least a slight increase. So we are hopeful and prayerful that the market of today is going to be good. You know, in Cameroon now, we do prepare in our last time be time.
Meanwhile, public holiday has no effect on other businessmen activities. They manage to sell their product.
Yeah, the market night we are also, no matter there's no customer, but thanks God for what we have.
Nadia Bryan, a restaurant owner, expresses how difficult the market is.
Since today is public holiday, for what we are doing in auto and plowman, we experience reduction of customers. Since many people have not come out today, so we experience a reduction. We have some challenges to make, to sell as we used to today.
The impact of public holidays has affected many businessmen in the market. Some are able to raise money while others find it difficult to sell. They just need to manage with the situation and pray God to help them sell more.
Catholic Christians in Cameroon are finalizing with preparation in prelude to the celebration of the Assumption Day, which comes up tomorrow, August 15, 2023. The Assumption Day is an annual feast celebrated worldwide by Catholic Christians in which they believe that Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, ascended to heaven, both body and soul. Student journalist Glory Gange caught up with some Catholic Christians to know who or how they are preparing for this day. Her report.
Few hours to the Feast of Assumption, and some Catholic Christians have today started preparing spiritually by interceding for peace to reign in Cameroon.
Actually, the preparation started today with walking on the streets and praying for peace to reign in Cameroon. Tomorrow is the day that us, the Catholics, we believe that Mary went to heaven, both body and soul. So, like for the preparations, I don't think we really prepare much. Like for the food, you can prepare any food that you like. If you see that it's a special day for you, you can prepare any special dish for you.
To others, honoring the Holy Mary, Mother of Christ, they are preparing to go to church tomorrow and have entertainment in their homes as well.
For the day of tomorrow, I will go to church. After church, prepare something. I invite my family, my friends to organize this ceremony because it's a big ceremony for a woman like me.
On the contrary, others have made no special preparations against tomorrow. However, they plan on visiting family members to dine with them.
Tomorrow, of course, is the feast, but when we are seeing the outside, we are not seeing the temperature of the feast. So I will just go in the family and go and eat, go and pass my Assumption. Not doing something specially. It's not like Christmas or another feast that we can prepare by doing many things.
The Assumption Feast is one of the most popular celebrations by the Catholic Christians in honor of Mary, the Mother of Christ, who ascended to heaven both in body and soul.
And on the eve of Assumption Day, the traditional vigil and pilgrimage of the Roman Catholic Church will take place in Bafoussam, Cameroon. This according to the decision of the head of the church, His Holiness Pope Francis. Here now is the revelation of Father Octave Su, who appreciate the day Father choice of Cameroon in this excerpt.
Today, we enter the vigil of the celebration of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. As we know, it is the day Mary was taken up to heaven by her Son, Jesus Christ. It is a great day for the Catholic Christians over the world. And on this special day, at the eve of this wonderful celebration, we are all called by the Pope to visit the sanctuary of Mary, to go there in pilgrimage and to pray. And when we reach there, to sing praises to her, to sing praises to God, and to pray most especially for peace in our country, peace in our families, peace in our hearts. As in Bafoussam, we have a most famous place of pilgrimage called the Sanctuary of Dumelon.
And in sport, less than 24 hours to the 21st edition of the African Women's Volleyball Championship, 5 countries are already oiling their machinery for the Continental Games, notably Algeria, Tunisia, Kenya, Morocco, Rwanda, while 11 others are expected to be in the country today as the group stage draws of the continental draw will take place on Tuesday, March, and today, and equally will take place at the multipurpose sport complex and the Fandena Gymnasium. According to the officials of the Cameroon Volleyball Federation, all necessary measures have been put in place for the Continental Volleyball Championship to be hitch-free. The winners of the competition will book a ticket directly to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the package we gathered for you for the 6 p.m. Bilingual newscast. Romuald Ekume was our sound engineer and technical right clerk. Jean-Marie Otu was our video editor, script editor, Evans William Jobati and Gregoire Tama. The news was edited by Bertrand Owona, script editor, editorial coaching, Ebebela Samari, coordination, Jampa Siantala, and for general supervision, Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel Noël. For presentation, we have been ERATUS NDUEH and
RAISSA MOKO. À demain, 18h. Après à vous, ERATUS NDUEH. À présent, faisons monter la température partout dans la ville de Yaoundé et au-delà. Votre programme Royal Show vous offre le meilleur thermomètre. Son présentateur Francis Libéral. Bonsoir Francis.
Bonsoir Sentiment Moko, RAISSA Moko, Nico. Bonsoir et bonsoir ERATUS et bonsoir.